when you get the story behind anything, the context, the tools, they can keep on evolving, but the story will always be important. I think it was a good combination of the practical aspect and the theory part that has helped me at my time at IIM Trichy. I think the problems that you have solved in your previous companies, if you are able to highlight them properly in your CV, I think that will help you stand out. You keep on working on those small case studies that you get over here at IIM Trichy. So I think it gives you a good exposure to actually understand some of the real life business context problems that you get at a workplace. I think what always sets your work apart is, again, like I mentioned, the quantifiable goal or the business that you are bringing to the company. So having a good understanding of technical capabilities, you don't need to code, but get an understanding of like what are wireframes, what are agile methodologies, and maybe when you are part of these multiple activities, you might find that right fit, which you never thought that was possible in a normal world.
Hello everyone, I'm Nandita Paspareddy from Alumni Committee of IIM Trichy. Today, it is our immense pleasure to welcome Ms. Sampurna Basu ma'am, who is currently working as a search marketing specialist at Google. Welcome Sampurna, it is a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
How are you feeling being back on campus and how nostalgic are you feeling back on campus?
Very actually, because we were from the COVID batch, so we only got to attend college like from campus for 1 year. So I think it's a great feeling. I've seen some of the infrastructure getting developed so quickly over time, and it's extremely nostalgic.
Yeah, that's really great to know that, because since you're a COVID batch, you haven't got that campus exposure and peer things much more.
Right.
So we feel so happy seeing our alumni in such a great position and have been working in for such great organizations like Reliance, Cognizant and Gartner. And it is our immense pleasure to have you here. Thank you for being here. So the very first question we would like to ask you is, could you share your professional journey from engineering to strategy and what made your transition into business strategy and operations?
Right, so I am an electrical and electronics engineer, but that never really played a role in my corporate journey. However, because I always knew that I wanted to be on the business side of things, so that's why I joined Zomato initially before MBA. So there I was responsible for curating these hyper growth campaigns, and we were part of a launch campaign. So we had to literally launch Zomato in multiple new cities at that point. So I think understanding the local context, understanding the local culture of a particular city, I think that's what I learned over there. Then I think post MBA, I got a brief opportunity to intern with Saint Gobain. I moved to Cognizant, learned about Industry 4.0, pure technical skills. I mean, more of consulting, tech consulting. And then I worked for Gartner for a brief period of time, Reliance. And yeah, now I'm at Google.
Yeah, that's really great. Actually, even I am an electrical and electronics engineer.
Nice.
So it is great to know that even you are in EEE.
Nice.
So the next question is, how did your previous work experience help you during your MBA at IIM Trichy? Like, is there any point that you felt like, fortunately, I had an work experience so that I got to know about that organization?
Yeah, whenever you join a new organization, you always learn how businesses work. So I think that is one thing that has helped me a lot in IIM Trichy, relating those concepts that I learn at a workplace to the courses that I was learning here. Also, I think it was a good combination of the practical aspect and the theory part that has helped me at my time at IIM Trichy.
Yeah. So the next one is, in your experience, what is that most crucial skill that helps candidates to break through the global giants like Google or Microsoft, like any global MNCs they actually aspire to work on?
I think understanding the problem, understanding the customer, understanding why a particular decision is being made, understanding that what is the goal behind a campaign or any analysis that you are doing. I think when you get the story behind anything, the context, the tools, they can keep on evolving, but the story will always be important. So I think if understanding of that story is the most important skill that you need to build.
Okay, thank you for that. Like, especially these days, the MBA students whoever are pursuing are most of them are freshers. So, what are the suggestions and skill set that you actually feel like freshers should have so that they can directly get into very good reputed organizations?
I feel we are in the age of automation, AI, and analytics. So having a good understanding of technical capabilities, you don't need to code, but get an understanding of like what are wireframes, what are agile methodologies, what is product life cycle. So having a bit of an technical understanding, I think that is still very, very important. Having a curious mindset is important. You might not be able to solve all the problems, but then you need to have that zeal to reach up to an answer. I think that is important. You keep on working on those small case studies that you get over here at IIM Trichy. So I think it gives you a good exposure to actually understand some of the real life business context problems that you get at a workplace. So I think that's what a fresher needs to focus upon. Building a data, like getting comfortable around data is also very, very important for a fresher.
Yeah, case studies actually got me to that thing like pre-reads.
Correct.
How did you manage pre-reads during your COVID batch?
Half of the times I was not doing it, but and
Yeah.
okay. But some of them were very interesting, especially if you like the subject, then I think you always want to learn more about it and you go through the pre-reads. Sometimes when I did not like the subject, then I was not doing it.
Okay. Okay, the next question is there are many working professionals who have worked in very big organizations and they have come to pursue the MBA or executive MBAs. Like, what suggestions and what tips would you like to give them so that their CV stands out?
Okay, good question. I think the problems that you have solved in your previous companies, if you are able to highlight them properly in your CV, I think that will help you stand out. Always follow the STAR method, talk about the situation, talk about the action steps that you took, and eventually measure mention the measurable, quantifiable goal onto your CV so that it helps the companies to understand that this was the impact that was brought upon by you. So I think that is one thing that they need to focus upon. And also, like I mentioned, the technologies will keep on changing. So do not put a lot of focus on the technologies that you are using probably, but focus more on the problems that you have solved. And those should be getting translated in your CV.
Yeah, thank you for this. The next question is like, how was your Google interview experience? Like, can you share a key takeaway from that interview?
Yeah, I think most of the people think that there will be very tough questions. They'll be asking definitions and they'll be asking about metrics and all, but it doesn't happen that way. Google does not really focus on like whether you know the answer to all the questions. It mostly focuses on that whether you have the capability to understand or whether you have the capability to reach up to that answer. So the questions were pretty straightforward, wasn't that difficult. It was entirely up to the candidate how much of depth and breadth they want to cover when answering a particular question, whether they have followed a STAR methodology or not. So I think it was a great interview experience. Then Google also focuses a lot upon the cultural mindset. So there is a particular round called Googliness, which focuses more on what are the cultural aspects that you can bring into Google, whether you are good with communication, whether you can work across teams, whether you are good at collaboration, whether you have a learning mindset or not, whether you have a curious mind or not. So I think these are the things that they focused upon by giving various scenario based questions.
Okay. And the next question is something which is personal to you. You have received Service Operations Spotlight Award while you were working at Gartner. Like, what set your work apart, and how did this recognition contribute to your personal growth as well as for your self branding?
Right. So fortunately, when I was at Gartner, at that point, the entire service delivery lifecycle was changing, and there was a new project that I was a part of. So I think knowing a problem right from the start helped me a lot. And my manager was great. He pushed my name to the committee. And I think what always sets your work apart is, again, like I mentioned, the quantifiable goal or the business that you are bringing to the company. So I think if you focus upon that, if you are able to entirely change a model that can be scaled across multiple geographic regions, across so many of the service delivery associates, I think that's how you set your work apart.
Like even after looking through that LinkedIn profile, we have found that, oh my God, our alumni is doing really great. And it is really
But it also
inspiring
has
to see
got
this.
to do with the team. Fortunately, the team that I was working with at Gartner, it was a great team.
Yeah. So the next question is, like there are many activities like placements, ACATs, pre-reads, committee works, and there is a FOMO that has been created in the student's life during their MBA. How did you cope up with that? Like, have you followed any kind of strategy or anything?
So trust me, I think I was overworked because I was the MOC of my batch. I was part of the dance committee as well. I was actually into various other events as well. I was part of the table tennis team also. So at one point, there used to be events where I'm hosting, then I'm changing, going and giving a performance, dance performance, and then again changing back and doing the hosting bit. Trust me, you won't get this platform again. So participate in as many activities that you want. Get into all the clubs and committees, interview for them, because you won't get this platform again. You won't get this kind of exposure again. And maybe when you are part of these multiple activities, you might find that right fit, which you never thought that was possible in a normal world. So I think focus on that. So do not think of it as a FOMO, but enjoy the process.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for this. Actually, this was a much needed thing for us. So the next question is, what is that one skill that has consistently defined you as an individual throughout your professional journey?
I think the ability to adapt, it would be that, because I worked for different roles, different areas, and every time I've been able to adapt myself to that particular role, that particular skill set, those technologies. So that is that one key skill set that I learned at IIM Trichy, in fact, and that has helped me in the workplace.
Okay. So the last question is, what is next for you? Like in your career path, where are you aiming at, and what are your plans for that?
So I've just joined Google. So it's a new role, it's a new company, it's a dream company for many people. So I think what's next for me would be that I would want to create an impact in this role, learn the new skills, because digital marketing is again new for me. So I think learning is what is on my mind right now, and probably creating an impact and getting an award here. That's what I'm looking at.
Even we are desperately wishing for that, that you should do really well.
Thank you.
And we are really proud, and we are having immense pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here for our Know Your Alumni series. So thank you everyone for your attention and for your view for this Know Your Alumni series. Thank you, Sampurna, for your invaluable insights. And it is really great to have you here.
Thank you.
We are really looking for many more collaborations, and we really want you to be on campus much more.
Sure, I think
to
after
share
this
your
experience, even I
insights.
would want to be in campus
Yeah.
again and again. So
Sure.
yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it as well.
Thank you, everyone.